Good morning, everybody. This is Jeff J. Brown, China Rising Radio Sinoland in Chiang Mai, Thailand. And before we get started, there's links on YouTube, SoundCloud, and on the website article page to make a much appreciated contribution via PayPal or fundraiser or Patreon. For all my hard work to bring you information that is hard to find anywhere else. And so please do that before we get started. Thank you. This one is entitled, Trump and Company are starting World War III against China with their big lie propaganda machine, the BLPM, SARS coronavirus 2 smear. You can see it coming from a kilometer away. And then there's a montage of Trump's team. And it said, his war team, pictured above, when Trump, Pompeo, Bolton, and Navarro, and neocon-neoliberals in the U.S. Congress began chanting, quote, Chinese virus every time they opened their mouths, I knew something was up. Now it is confirmed. 3 weeks ago, when I first saw that the U.S. Senate was going to conduct, quote, investigations into the origin of the coronavirus starting in Wuhan, China, I wrote the following to the China Writers Group. Here's what I said. Without a shred of evidence, you can see it coming from a kilometer away. Number one, kangaroo court coronavirus convictions. Number two, trillions of dollars in bogus civil court, quote, monetary damages, end of quote. Number three, seizure of China's government assets around the world, including state-owned enterprises, the SOEs, and its mountain of $1.1 trillion in U.S. debt. Number four, World War III begins. That's unfortunately the truth. I thought it would take several months to get there, but thanks to the ruthless efficiency of the big lie propaganda machine, the BLPM, the timeline is now being measured in days and weeks. Several entities have already kickstarted World War III. The White House, the U.S. Senate, the American state of Florida, the American states of Missouri and Mississippi, the United Kingdom, Germany, Australia, India, Egypt, the Henry Jackson Society, the National Interest. The Chinese are guilty as charged, and you already believe it. In 3 months, Euranglo-Land's 1% will use their usual bribery, extortion, and blackmail to make sure that this list spans the equator, filling pages. The yellow peril will be dancing in Westerners' frightened imaginations like Oriental vampires to be exterminated. Is it possible that the coronavirus started in China? Of course. Is it also possible that it started in the U.S., Europe, or elsewhere? Very, of course, and probably closer to the truth, which I have reported on with a detailed factual timeline and careful analysis. Here's the problem. The BLPM is so ruthlessly effective at brainwashing people around the world that even if it started outside China, it started there anyway. Truth has nothing to do with it. Western oligarchs destroying Baba Beijing in order to enrich their global capitalism is all you need to know. China will be convicted in the BLPM's worldwide star chamber. Corrupt judges and grand juries will find the Chinese nation guilty as charged, and they will assess Chinese grotesquely bogus monetary compensations that total in the trillions of dollars. Then what? If Euranglo-Land or any of its splay-legged ally whores tried to collect, what do you think Baba Beijing will do? With the likelihood that coronavirus started in the United States, do you honestly believe that Xi Jinping is just going to cut a check to Trump with a shit-eating grin on his face? That's a pipe dream. At that point, World War III will have officially begun, and without shooting a bullet, China could destroy the U.S. by dumping its treasury debt onto the open market. It would just be a matter of time for it to become a hot war, and regardless of the truth, the BLPM will brainwash humanity that the evil communists in Sinoland started it. It's always the commies' fault, don't you see? There are a couple of mainstream articles admitting that SARS-CoV-2 likely started in the United States, but these are a gnat's fart inside the BLPM's planetary foghorn. Baba Beijing is fighting the BLPM, but how many people inside the Great Western Firewall will see this? Euranglo-land's oligarchs know exactly what they are doing. The chances are very, very high that the SARS-CoV-2 pandemic is their planned false flag to get where we are today and push their goals to the aforementioned conclusion. What can we say about global capitalism and their willingness to destroy the 99%'s economic hopes and social dreams? All this because the 1% elites cannot compete on a level playing field with communist socialist China. They have never gotten close since liberation in 1949, never have, never will. Thus, the ever more powerful, richer, and visionary People's Republic must finally be obliterated, even if it means driving the rest of us into joblessness, hunger, and feudal slavery, only to survive in a dystopian, fascist, hellhole future. You can see it coming from a mile away, or a kilometer away. This is Jeff J. Brown, China Rising Radio Sinoland, signing out. Bye-bye.